Alrighty, I think we're here now. We should hear some Mega Man, should hear some me, and I'm here with Infinite Mystery.
Hello, everyone.
And we're going to be playing Rockman IV Voyage. Wait, why does mine say blue version? Mine also said blue version for some reason. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now we have the right game up. I was like, 2 blue versions? That doesn't make sense. So now we got it right. This makes more sense. So Infinite Mystery, we have 2 versions of the same ROM hack. I'm going to be playing the red version, and Infinite Mystery is going to be playing the blue version.
The idea behind this particular ROM hack is that it was made by a few different devs, but there were 2 devs who each had a different vision on how some of the stages, on their methods of how the stages and enemies would appear. So after the first one was made, I believe, which was red, they made an agreement with about 6 months would go by before this blue version, which you will see very shortly, has quite a bit of stage differences from the red as we go through it.
Yeah, the boss fights are going to be the same. Some parts of the stages will be the same, but you'll see little deviations here and there. But I think we can probably get started and they can see it on the way.
Sure.
Alright, let's do a countdown. We'll do 3, 2, 1, go. And good luck. Alright, we're going to start with Bright Man.
Even as of the very start, you're going to see quite a bit of difference in how colors and enemies that appear in places in red and blue that you won't see elsewhere, or at least not until someplace else. These yellow beams you see, they're not quick like beams, but if your sprite stays in them, you will be hurt very shortly.
Yeah, it kind of does like ticking damage to you while you're standing in it. It's pretty fast, so if you don't get out of it quick, you're in trouble. But a little bit nicer than making it instant kill like they were in Mega Man 2, where just nothing you can do about it. And after this, we do have Mega Man 9 coming up, and we have a bid war for the character that we're going to use. And I believe they're both tied at $40 for Mega Man and Base. So if you have a character you want to see, folks, go ahead and you can go donate to that. Oh!
Doesn't get enough play. I personally would love to see that.
And a slide came out of nowhere. Oh. I just switched to a new, or not a new, but a different NES controller, and I don't think it's quite broken in yet.
That's always troublesome.
And with my big giant thumbs, I've always had the issue of accidentally sliding when I'm trying to jump. Hopefully I can get through this section a little better this time.
The boss's AI from the original game has changed. Some for the better, some for the worse. Brightman isn't too bad, but there's no more... If you hit Brightman with one buster shot on multiples of 4, you won't have to worry about Brightman being able to freeze you. He's going to freeze you anyway.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I just got the speed booster. I'll be using this item quite a bit. In place of bubble and wire, or balloon and wire, you get a speed move, and you get a spike shield.
Which really isn't all that useful in some places. At least depending on the game being played.
Oh yeah, Mega Man 4 has some really good ROM hacks. You got Minus Infinity, which is probably my favorite of all the Mega Man hacks.
There is also an energy balancer that I believe both of us will go for later on.
Yeah, I just gotta remember. In Drill Man stage, right?
Skull.
Skull, okay. Alright, took me a little bit, but I'm finally here at Brightman stage. Oh, another thing you'll notice is they changed the Buster. You have the Mega Man 5 Buster, not the Mega Man 4 Buster.
Thank
Which...
goodness.
Well, one downside that the Mega Man 5 Buster has is if you get hit while you're charging, you lose your charge. And that's always... That's like my least favorite. Yeah, this one's called Rockman Voyage. There's 2 versions. I'm playing red, and Infinite Mystery's playing blue. I did Rockman 4 Burst Chaser Air Sliding earlier this marathon. It's a really good ROM hack. Unless you want something that's like gonna be close to impossible, you can pretty much stay away from the Mega Man 2 ROM hacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As you'll see, Kongcakes has elected to go for the capsule for the speed boost, which not only allows you to travel a bit faster and climb ladders, but you don't have access to a Mega Buster. Plus, you do have an weapon energy bar as well.
Oh, you can shoot regular bullets while you have this speed out.
At least.
Yeah, thankfully.
But at the moment, I'm electing not to use those specific items, only because I haven't found a proper way to implement them into the run.
Oh boy.
Ringman, instead of the circular boomerang that you used to see, instead of the boomerang that just goes back and forth, now you have to deal with a completely different ring pattern, but you do not want to attempt Ringman Buster only in this game at all. Try to have his weakness, which is bright, and get rid of him quickly, because there's a particular attack. Some robot masters have a attack when their energy is about halfway to a third low, where sometimes it's just very awkward to hit him. In this case, Ringman goes high up in the air where nothing you have will reach him and turns invincible.
Ooh, needed that big health.
Dive Man stage has always had quite a number of spikes in it, but it's even more so now. But the torpedo whales are still around.
Alright, made it to Ringman without time. Did not have much health. Alright, dead Ringman.
Brightman's weapon is very useful in quite a number of sections. But you will find yourself constantly wanting to refill it.
Oh, and you'll see me doing this, probably I am as well. If you use the select button, you can change your weapons. Kind of a neat thing they added to a lot of the ROM hacks.
I think that's probably the one thing I don't do.
Oh yeah, I got... The only time it was bad is when I used to play the ROM hacks a lot, and then I left save states on. I was trying to switch items, and I loaded a save state, and the whole thing was done.
Dive Man doesn't dash forward at you as like the original. Just attempts to try to approach you at a very slow pace. Use Ring to get rid of him before his awkward attack shows up, in which all he does is dive kind of into the ground, turns kind of like a greenish color, and then you'll see actual missiles fire at you from different angles. But other than that, Dive Man is a pushover.
Ah! Oh, I jumped into a spike. What are you doing, Kong?
Ouch.
They were calling my name. Alright, here we go.
Some stage sections have undergone drastic changes, some more than others, while certain sections are still the same used by both devs.
Whoa, almost did it again. Holy moly. I don't know how I didn't hit that spike.
You'll see the small auto scroller with a drill that chases you twice during the game.
Alrighty. 3 down. Time to go to Drill Man. It's extra hard for me to remember what bosses to go to since I played Burst Chaser Air Sliding just, yesterday.
That's definitely a problem.
So my brain was in that boss weakness. Now I gotta remember the other one. I got the notes here though, because I knew I'd probably forget at some point.
Fortunately, Drill Man is still weak to the dive missiles. Although now you can actually hit Drill Man while underground.
Oh boy. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Had to do a little damage boost shenanigans there to get the E-Tank.
I believe some of the stages in blue, well actually not even believe, there are definitely some stages designs in blue that are, if people are having trouble with red, blue might seem a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Especially with having additional E-tanks, as it was quite hard to obtain and keep a few of them just in red. And there are various stages where there are several different paths that you can take. But some of the paths have complete different changes in both versions and how you can approach them. In red, the paths were made where you'll have access to them without needing certain items. They've changed that in blue. You actually need certain items in order to take those paths. Now we have the large elevator with these arrows. Once they line up to where you are, they'll shoot lasers, and occasionally birds show up. But you only have to do the elevator ride if you take the low path.
No, that one was on me. I thought I could jump quick enough.
There's another section toward the end of the stage where right is very useful. You can freeze the rock throwers for the entire duration of the past section. a weird dust man who's weak to...
No, it's the spikes who are wrong.
Into dust where I shouldn't have. That's fine.
I think we're gonna take one.
Page first. Okay. And we'll deal with the buster only. That's fine. Since I did actually go to the wrong stage, you'll actually get to see one of the more awkward Dust Man attacks.
Alright,
Dust
Drill
Man plays
Man.
hide and seek.
Oh man. You got Rush Jet Adapter. Alrighty. I'm on to Skullman stage. This is where the energy balancer is.
Yep, don't do what I did and go and get ahead of myself going to stuff first.
Oh no.
While unfortunately I had to use at least one E-Tank, I'll be fine because I'll gain access to a few more during the course of the game. And speaking of Mega Man 9 and 10, the devs definitely love some of the enemies from their games.
Yeah, I'm fighting the rocks from Galaxy Man. Or Jewel Man. Jewel Man, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, I'm pretty sure it's coming up here soon. The energy balancer.
Yeah, it'll be a section you can slide under. In Soul Man stage, you'll see these false platforms everywhere, and enemies that like to kind of drag you to your doom, whether spikes or a pit. If you're caught in their claws. The only other major caveat of this particular stage is the false floors. That's in the middle of the stage towards the end. False floors and walls, I should say. Which isn't really too bad.
Oh, that wasn't even it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, good. You did get the energy balancer.
Oh my.
Fortunately, Soul Man can't really handle a drill for some reason.
There he is.
But drill has a weird property in this game. Instead of a small drill, now your fist kind of shoots a large drill that only goes so far and returns to you. And you only get so many uses out of it.
Oh yeah, we got the kill at the same time on Skullman on the screen. That's pretty cool. Alright, now I'm on my way to Dustman.
And you'll see when for both Toadman stages, this is where they really change part of it drastically. I won't even bother dealing with the rain and the wind. So it's just rush to this first. You even get a small speed up effect if you're hit with rush.
Aw, Eddie. That'd have been nice if you would have given me a dang, E-tank.
Eddie being stingy again? Yep, definitely is. I wanted to Mega Buster shot in and to get the right shot while Gago. I'm off. On the inside of Toadman stage, it acts just as the outside, basically flipping a slide on ice. So you'll have to be a bit more careful with your movement.
I'm just doing silly mistakes.
Towards the end of this section, we have the fans, the robot fans from Mega Man 2, but you don't have to deal with them. Just use Bright, everything, freeze everything in place. Now, the E-Tank would actually be nice to have, but it's a risky one to go for because of the platform. Now, I don't know if this particularly works in red against Toadman. Kongcakes, you can check when you fight him. You have dust out. Make sure Toadman is extremely close, and it's a one shot in this version.
Oh wow!
But I'm not sure if it works completely in red though.
I'll have to try it.
Yeah, I don't know if what the dev did with if the dev did this particularly intentional, or if this was just a coding error. But it only seems to work against Toadman at extremely close range.
Oh my goodness, is this game over? I'm having a hard time here on this one.
They definitely made the outside of Pharaoh's Man stage much shorter. This version. But most of the inside screens they kept intact. Other than that, there's not really much to say about Pharaoh Man. Outside of much quicker, the much worse quick scene in comparison to the original. And some more mini bosses from Mega Man 10. Giant Man will make short work of the rest of this level. And there's more enemies from Mega Man 9.
Alright, on to Toad Man. Had a rough time there with that stage. But while I'm having a rough time, Chad, you can help us help the planet not have a rough time.
Agreed.
We're raising money here for the Citizens Climate Lobby, trying to help take some steps to help our Earth out, because it's kind of abusing it a bit, so...
While Pharaoh Man does have some odd attacks, as long as you have his weakness pushover, just 4 hits of Toad. There's another wonderful E-Tank that's lying there at the beginning of the level, but it's way too rich.
Yeah, we got our ice physics here, everybody's favorite.
Unlike a good majority of Mega Man 4 games, you won't be seeing Dr. Kongcakes here. In his place, or Mr. X, I mean Dr. Wily.
Eddie, I need that E-tank, buddy.
You can use Pharaoh to help with that if I can make her. And you definitely don't want to deal with it and its amounts of pipes and your platform, so if you have enough energy, just rush jet whole thing. Hopefully. And in this version, they changed it slightly. Here, I actually have to use the dive against the pattern seeker. Here.
Alright, let me try. I'm gonna get real close to Toadman.
But instead of having to, if I took the left side, I would have to use those platforms to go up to the ladder. But if you go up the left ladder, you have to nudge your waist just enough so that Rush will actually land on a portion of the ladder so that you can climb up.
Oh, I didn't get the instant kill there.
Then I think for some, then I think it was intentional.
That's pretty cool.
In this version, it's weird that they made it work for blue. It doesn't work.
I wonder if maybe changing something else in the level might have somehow changed the boss. I would send that to... You should take a clip of it and send it. That'd be pretty cool. I wonder how many people know about that.
I don't even think many people besides us has even played it. Maybe 2 other people at most. A lot of Mega Man ROM hacks just seems to be unknown. ROM hacks can be...
Yeah, and there are a lot of good ones for Mega Man. I think it's a computer, like it's a fan game, you know, it's like one of the ones you don't need like the emulator for or anything. It's called Super Fighting Robot, and that game that was like one of my favorite Mega Man games I've played, and that like not even a real Mega Man game, but it was so cool. It just felt like it didn't feel like I was playing a fan game. It just felt like I was playing another Mega Man, you know. And that's when it's like really good, you know.
Just like in Rightman stage, Dr. Wily hopes that you're either afraid of the dark or can't memorize where the off and on signs are. Turns out the light. Now, while having a dragon was nice and was cool, unfortunately, a lot of Wally's robots need something to be desired. Those bosses and mini bosses, as you're just going to be fighting lots and lots of clones.
Well, unfortunately, well, the good thing is it's a good game, unlike Bad Scissors Day. I play more Bad Scissors Day than anybody, and I won't ever try and pretend it's a good game. Yeah. Kangaroo Jack and Carrot Top.
Is that the one with Milk, or am I thinking of something else?
Oh, Milk. That was what was that called? The square root of -0.
Weird name.
It had the Illuminati was in there. Milk. Square root of -1. That's what it was, yeah. Angry Sun. Thomas the Tank Engine. Remember that one? There's like, first time I played that game, I accidentally found some weird, like, thing that, like, takes you to some, like, Bright Man stage, and it was, like, really weird. I was out in space. That was a weird game. And it crashed on me a bunch of times.
Ah, that's never fun.
Yeah, the Illuminati fight in the refights at the end of the game, and it crashed. And I said, okay, I'm never playing this again.
Now here, Dr. Wily figured, well, if 2 Mega Man capsules for a copy of robots isn't good enough, I'll just double it with 4. All due to the same weakness. Although between the red and the blue versions, they actually use different weapons in the red version. In the blue, I don't believe they do it at all. Man, unfortunately, doesn't get that much usage in the game, but that's probably one of the better places at the beginning of Volley 3.
Yeah, it can really help you out. Oh boy.
Another quality of life upgrade from the red version is Rush Marine moves twice as fast.
Ooh.
And now we have our pseudo-dangerous Doc robots. And don't worry, Doc Bubble Man doesn't know all that game. Unless you run into the Doc robot. If you do actually need any items to open up the barriers, then you'll have to use drill. See, I still don't trust this particular gap.
Oh yeah. Drill? Yeah. Fuck. Whoops, excuse me.
Didn't expect to slide off with that twice. And as long as you leave one of the miniature tadpoles on the screen, you won't have to worry about any more from the main one. And we have our second dock robot. If you ever wondered how awful Flash Woman would be as a dock robot, very slow tridents. Guide missiles will make short work. Now, version-wise, Old Castle 4 definitely probably has the biggest change. Not only in looks, but also direction of the stage in itself. Plus some other surprises depending on what you're doing. Just like Skullman, there's much more false floors to deal with here, but partially in a way you can't see. You actually have to pay attention to the lighting under specific floor that you're standing on. If the portion is lit on this version, it's okay to stand on. But if it isn't, it's a false floor. In red, it's not as complicated, but the spikes that you'll see, spike setups are not great either. I don't trust this room, and I'm gonna gain another E-tank and 2 more rooms. Actually, 1 more.
Alright, don't walk off after you kill the capsules. You just fall into the pit there. Might have accidentally done that one time.
This particular portion of Wally 4 is mostly unchanged between versions, but you're not gonna like the claw games when those enemies show up. So you'll definitely want to be mindful of where they drop from. In this particular version, as you approach the bottom of the stage, if you go to the right before your time, you're gonna see those spikes. In the red version, that doesn't exist yet. Of course not.
Alright, now I can do my Rush Marine section.
And yes, we have to fight our old friend the alien again. But we're stuck in a room in a small chamber where you have very limited movement. And then for the second part, these particular pods are very slow with their firing, but you don't want to waste time just waiting for the shots to not hit you. Oh. Well, there's a double KO, but I have to do the fight again. That was interesting. So I'll definitely have to get rid of the pods with a portion for the Mega Buster now, since I won't have enough souls left.
Alrighty, I had to use one of my E-tanks there, but that's okay. Oh! Oh! Put me past the spikes at least.
Oh, I used a ball to toad. Thanks. Not good. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to use the extra tank. Yes, those pods are playing Pong with the fire that they're using.
Dang controller. Every time I die now. Oh my lord. Kong.
That was the old castle, and Dr. Wily tells us to come to his brand new headquarters.
Oh, Kong.
This is probably one of the few stages between both versions where a lot was unchanged. And some of which, unfortunately, not with good reason. Just because this is probably one of the worst stages, really.
That Doc Splash Woman pattern, I think is I don't know. It's like did the fish always come from the bottom or did they come from the side?
What, regularly or dock?
Yeah, on the dock one. Is it always from the bottom?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. They're really slow. I don't.
Yeah, it's a terrible design.
Pretty easy fight. I don't need to waste one of my E-tags or lives. Alright.
That's one particular slide jump I'm still not fond of to this day. Usually I always forget. I usually, since I don't have the spike card, I usually just let the enemy hit me before it hits me, you know? But I don't have that type of... Yep. That's what I'm going to do this time. And now we have our second auto storage row section of the game. Only except in this one, instead of snails showing up, you now have to worry about the hook claws. Don't let them grab onto you. Raccoon.
Oh, ho, ho.
Rush yet makes short work of the ring. But now you have this small section before the boss. You'll definitely want to memorize block patterns here. It's possible you probably can use rush check for that first portion, but you'll definitely need blocks for the rest of them. Except for the last one as well.
I hate that section in the old Castle 4 with the guys that come down and grab you.
Yeah. So Dr. Wily figures you haven't had enough fun with his copy robots. Here's more of them. And this one utilizes copy robot utilizes four of your weapons.
Just a reminder, we are all tied up. $40 for Mega Man, $40 for base. At this point, just $1 donated could get you the character of your choice. But every donation of $10 or more gets you entered into... We got some prizes we're giving away. We've got a few games. We've got some cool like merch stuff.
One of those games was Adventure Vita, or...
Yeah, that seems really cool.
I looked at that. It looks interesting.
Yeah, I'd like to try it out. I think it'd be fun.
And after you beat the first version of Copy Robot, he rises again. Only except now with just one other specific weapon. But useful and get rid of him quick. Now onwards to the last troublesome stage, mostly. Of this particular game.
Oh my.
And yes, here's even more references from Mega Man 9 and 10. Only except this time, they're robots from a very amount of games. All Dr. Wily definitely wants to make sure Mega Man doesn't get to the robot refights with all your weapons intact. This is easily the most troublesome part of the stage. Projections and false blocks.
Oh!
This is one of the few areas where you actually have a choice, at least in the blue version, that if you don't mind taking a different route. But for some reason, I definitely prefer the outer route over the intersection. In red. Only because of the minor change you did to the fight room. Even though it means I'll miss out on an E-Tank.
Oh fuck. Oh, excuse me. I think I might have just game over. I'm having a rough time on Wily 1. The drill section with the grabby guys. Forgot how much they really like the grabby guy in this one.
Just so I don't have to start this section over. Oh well. Because I really wanted to avoid using a good maturity of weapons as humanly possible. So the more I use here, the less I'm going to have a refight. And unlike the red version where there actually is quite a bit of a stage before you see a refight. In the blue version, you'll see what I mean. Change that completely.
Oh, come on. Oh my gosh, why am I having such a rough go at this?
Yeah, I'll definitely deal with the pods this time. I'm not gonna try to have a never death here. This hinge is just too far back. Pods definitely, Robot Master wise, have some unique weaknesses. And yes, in this stage, there are 8 pods with 8 different Robot Masters. All hoping for you to use your weaknesses against them. Some of the weaknesses against those pods are very effective, others not so much.
Yo, Bad Rito, thank you for that raid. Appreciate that. Welcome everybody from Bad Rito's stream. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you for joining us here.
While we're raising money for this for charity.
Yes, indeed. We are doing this marathon for the Citizens Climate Lobby. Oh my. I don't know what's happening here.
This is a particularly tricky room, so stand on one portion, use rush for it. But also remember where those blocks are. Let's see, so I don't actually use another E-tank until the second portion of the fight. I'm going to take the death here, because I don't have to worry about being attacked. Three of the 4 pods that you actually have to fight here are fine, all with the exception of Quick Man.
Oh my god, I swear I died right in front of the dang door, Kong.
Quickman is easily the worst of the robots, odd-wise. His actual weakness is Brightman, but all it actually does is slow him down slightly. Now I'll show you. Other than that, it doesn't actually stop him. So I don't die here, I'll use anything. And I had just enough soda to finish off the last 5. Now in Wally Newcastle 3, which I like to call which we basically like to call Refight Land, they've changed things a bit in this between both versions. In Red, you actually have a whole entire stage to deal with before you see the refights, and you might have some items along the way, maybe. Here, they give you 2 paths. And as you can see, you do have access to an E-Tank that you can't get to unless you collected Fight Guard from the capital. So you take either one of these ladders, you'll be in the same room. But if you decide to actually go up that long ladder, that actually takes you to the rest of the stage. But why do that when there's a gate right here? And ironically, even if you do go through that long portion of the stage, you're still going to wind up here anyway. Why the dev who made this version decided on this, we'll never know. And the only major change outside of the refight is Ringman is vulnerable to his own weapon. So along with Dustman in this version, you have 2 one-hit KO fights. And then the rest of the fights are normal. Feral Man has this odd gimmick where a breakable piece of wall shot at you. There's only one segment you can break. Unless you get rid of it completely using Toad Man. Other than that, as long as you have the weaknesses for as much energy as possible, providing you didn't use it all, or you decide to farm something, you should at the very least, be able to share with the robots. You okay there, kongcakes?
I'm having a time. I don't know what's going on. I just forgot how to play Mega Man, I guess.
And we'll just lay him Dr. Wily. He's always easy to play. And we didn't mention Feral Man's ability earlier. The weapon is, unfortunately, you don't have the great charge effect as in the normal game. And that's it. Other than that, it's not excellent, it's not great, it's okay at most.
Yeah, it's just got a rapid fire instead of a charge.
Still not as good as your Mega Buster. And we have the familiar Wily Skull Machine, Mark III, 4, however much we're at, but it functions differently than what everybody might be used to. First form is susceptible to rain, like before. Even the second form is susceptible to drill, like before. But if you actually want to be able to hit it, you have to stand underneath it as it comes down. And hopefully hope that you don't take a hit yourself, or at least have some people. But there's also a good chance you're not going to have the drill weapon. Enough of it anyway. But fortunately your Mega Buster is ultimate candidate. And those items that come out from his particular eye will either temporarily freeze the screen or it fires a couple of eye shots at you. Wily escapes to terrorize another day, or does he? Now this portion of the last Wily stage might remind everybody of Mega Man 2, just with a lot more fight. But it's kind of a pseudo-maze. You actually have to navigate your way through certain screens in order to progress correctly, or it just loops. Which honestly is kind of ingenious.
Oh, what do you call them?
Fall down this last particular hallway to the darkness. Waly's capsule behaves slightly different than what normally is. Susceptible to dust. And if you see Beat show up, then that means he's going to ram you on the ground. So you will hop on to Beat's claws so that he can fly you partially above it for safety. And then for the final part of this, which was a small surprise most people would not have seen coming. Ace, what are you doing here? Ace is just a major distraction. while you utilize Pharaoh to hit in the air. Don't worry about base because unfortunately you can't harm it. Use your charge Mega Buster while underground, just for damage. And the last couple of shots. And that will be time.
Yo, GG. Oh, 118-18.
Yeah, horrible time, but we just really wanted to show off the differences between both versions.
What? Why isn't this? Okay. It wouldn't let me split, but it would let me pause. So, there we go. Oh. But alrighty, I'm having a rough go here, but we do have more Mega Man action to come up here. Oh, let me check. Well, let's check, because we do have that donation incentive going. There it is. Oh, we did get a donation. Let's check it here real quick before we sign off. Stinko Man 20XT6 donated $5 to the Mega Man 10 character select. Down with the blue dork and up with bass.
Nice.
And then we also just got another donation in from Welly Time, $10.69. Boss must be defeated. Alrighty. But, hey, I want to thank you, Infinite Mystery, for coming and doing this game with me. I don't know why I had such a hard time today.
No, thank you, Kongcakes, for having me play this along with you. This was interesting and fun to be able to finally show off both versions at once.
Yeah, I might have died more this time than I did in my blind playthrough of this game. I'm not sure what happened. It was a rough one. But well done to you, GG. You crushed it, knocked it out of the park.
It was okay. GG to you as well.
Thank you.
We just blame Dr. Wily for everything that goes wrong. He's always the cause of it.
Yeah, I was all Dr. Wily's fault. Alrighty, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to get you set over to Mega Man 9 coming up. It's going to be bass. And thanks again, and we'll see you in just a little bit.
Everybody take care and enjoy the rest of this great marathon. And continue. Thank you for the continued support of the cause toward climate change. Everybody enjoy the rest of your marathon and weekend, and thank you once again, Kongcakes.
Thanks, buddy. Alrighty, we are all clear. I'm not. Yes, as I was bringing us down, we did get another donation here. $5.01 from Chester Cheetah donated. Who's the dork now, Michael? So now, Mega Man is winning by 1 penny. So, we're going to go ahead and get this transition set up. This will be your last chance to influence the vote. Because once we get back, we'll tell Pro Peace who won. So, Get those last last donations in, and we'll be right back for Mega Man 9. And just another... Oh, I turned off the game, didn't I? Just another reminder, that is Mega Man 10 character incentive. I was incorrect in my stating it was Mega Man 9. But yeah, you have one whole game to get that in there. Keep that going.